Mr. Fourth Quarter. Are we okay with that? Now, we'll mention he does have 19 career comebacks in either the fourth quarter or overtime. So
thank you.
2 plus 2 equals 4, 5 plus 5 equals 10. You get where I'm going with this, Stephen A.
That's where we're going.
Skip, so I'll start with you first. Do you think that he is officially Mr. Fourth Quarter?
Stephen A. Smith, yes, I do. So what if Vanderbilt University has already fallen to 0-2 in the SEC because a Vanderbilt product has now pulled it off for 2 straight fourth quarters by going a combined 14 of 20 for 184 yards and 2 big touchdown passes. I won't mention the 2 interceptions he threw in the fourth quarter because they don't really matter, because in the end,
they don't matter.
Jay Cutler makes more plays than he makes mistakes. And he threw a flat-out laser to win that game. 2 of all people, Stephen A., a guy you know I've never loved, Martellus Bennett. I am now in love with Martellus Bennett because when he was a Dallas Cowboy, he rarely seemed to catch the ones Romo hit him in the hands with, but that was Romo. This is Jay Cutler. Jay Cutler turns receivers into better receivers, and now one of the best receivers in the game, Brandon Marshall. And do they not have a wavelength? The best wavelength in pro football belongs to the... It is. Yes, it is. Thank you very much for reminding me of that. Jay Cutler to Brandon Marshall, virtually unstoppable. And now it looks like the Bears could be virtually unstoppable thanks to Jay Cutler of Vanderbilt University. Thank you very much for my time and yours, and drive home safely.
So now we're supposed to sit there and act like Cutler's the second coming of Brady or somebody? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
No, it's beyond that.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? I mean, 7, 8 years in the league, 1 playoff victory. That Jay Cutler. Jay Cutler playing for a new contract, but still throws 2 interceptions in the fourth quarter. That Jay Cutler. Jay Cutler that helped make this game far more interesting than it should have been. The same guy that was going against the guy I pondered the thought why he's a quarterback, and Christian Ponder.
You know what?
Mean
He
that
was
guy
pretty
Jay
good
Cutler?
Yesterday, actually.
I mean, give me. Really? 16 for 30, 227 yards, really?
Good. By his standards, I thought.
So you're gonna ignore the pick 6, huh? Just gonna ignore that, right?
You're gonna get one of those.
Just throw that out the window. Just throw that out the window, right? I mean, it's like it's unbelievable, man. It's unbelievable the stuff that you come up with. Jay Cutler's no scrub.
I'm just giving you the facts. I didn't make that up.
No,
Did
you're
he
not.
win the game?
You're giving me the particular facts that you care about. Just like he's saying here, rah-rah, talking about Vanderbilt, your alma mater, and then they go 0-2, and now you say they're 0-2 in the SEC, but it doesn't matter. Let's just gloss over that because we got somebody from Vanderbilt who's winning games here. You don't love Martellus Bennett. You can't stand Martellus Bennett, but now you're in love with him because he catches a pass to win the game, right? I mean, you're unbelievable, man. You're unbelievable. But listen.
Wait, I didn't even mention Jay Cutler threw 2 interceptions yesterday and got stripped for a fumble that was returned for a touchdown. Let's just forget about all that because he erased it all because he threw one pass that won the game. I'm giving you every stat. Do you want more? I'll get the stat sheet and read you some more stats.
You do that on purpose.
No, I don't. I tell you everything. I'm objective.
You try to dilute an argument so you can make your bigger point, which is that you love yourself some Jay Cutler.
I do.
Who's not a winner. He has to prove it. He has to prove that he's a winner. We know what counts. Chicago is a good enough team to be in the postseason. They are a good enough team to make some noise. But will they? We don't know because we don't know about Jay Cutler. That's the facts, Jack.
They went 10-6 last year and didn't make the playoffs, and Lovey got fired, and he shouldn't have been fired. You thought he should. I didn't think so. I thought 10-6 was good enough, especially when you go to Detroit and win your last game to get in the playoffs, and I ponder the thought got in the playoffs.
I wasn't going to bring up Lovie Smith, but let's be clear about something here. I thought he should have been gone, but not because I don't believe he should be a head coach in this league. I believe if you spent 9 years in a city like Chicago and you've made the postseason just 3 times, that is unacceptable. He knew the mandate coming in the last season was to make the playoffs, not to go to 10-6 and miss the playoffs, to make the playoffs. He didn't do it. He knew the mandate was for this offense to improve. He didn't do it. We know what he does defensively. We know what he didn't do offensively. Now Jay Cutler has Mark Trestman. Let's see what he does. He's 2-0. La-di-da. So what?
So, Stephen A.,
you want a cookie?
Do I gather you do not like the name of Mr. Fourth Quarter? That's what you're suggesting.
No, I don't.
Okay.
Listen, Jay Cutler has to prove listen, with the way Skip and others have raved about him, Jay Cutler can't be measured by victories in games 1 and 2. They count because obviously it's the regular season. You got to win those games to get to the postseason. But I am withholding judgment on Jay Cutler until I see him perform in the postseason.
Will you give me this? When push comes to shove, if Jay Cutler overcomes his mistakes in the first 3 quarters and he has a chance to win a game, Jay Cutler is almost always clutch at the end of games. Will you give me that?
I'm not going to say almost always. He's had his moments. He's had more than a few moments. He deserves credit for that. But I've also seen him come up small.
Not much.
It's up for grabs. He's not somebody that you look at and go like this. There's no way he's going to get it done. You don't feel that way. You know there's a possibility, there's a chance with him. But he can mess it up for you too.